The 1967 Washington Quarter holds a special place in numismatics, particularly when it features rare errors. While standard versions are common, those with missing mint marks can fetch up to $10,000 at auctions. Their value lies not only in their rarity but also in their historical and numismatic significance, making them prized collector's items. The Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the first President of the United States, George Washington. Over the years, the design of the quarter has undergone some modifications, but the overall features have remained consistent. For most of its life, the coin was produced with a mint mark indicating where it was minted, either the Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, mint. By the mid-1960s, there was a noticeable increase in interest in coins with mint errors. Many of these errors would arise during the minting process, either through mechanical malfunction, human error, or unusual circumstances. These mistakes, although originally considered defects, soon became highly collectible due to their rarity and uniqueness. What makes the 1967 Washington Quarter no mint mark so special? The absence of a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark on a 1967 Washington Quarter is not supposed to happen. While the Philadelphia Mint traditionally did not use a mint mark for coins minted there, it's very unusual to find a coin with no mint mark from 1967. That year, quarters were expected to bear either no mint mark, Philadelphia, or a mint mark, D, for Denver, where most quarters were produced. In 1967, it was expected that coins from the Philadelphia Mint, unlike those from Denver or San Francisco, would not have any mint mark at all. However, some collectors and enthusiasts claim that certain quarters from this year are missing even the expected no mint mark, which implies an extremely rare error. If such a quarter indeed exists, it would be a noteworthy find for coin collectors, as errors like this rarely occur in such an iconic series of coins. Minting process and errors. The Washington Quarter from 1967, like all coins, was created through a process that involved dies used to strike the coin's design onto blank planchets. These dies were created at the U.S. Mint and, as mentioned earlier, were meant to have certain mint marks to indicate their place of origin. However, due to an error in the minting process, a small number of 1,967 quarters came out without the expected mint marks, making them a highly sought-after anomaly. This error is not to be confused with the more common, no mint mark, coins from earlier years. The error in 1967 quarters would be considered a true numismatic rarity because the issue wasn't common, and it occurred after a time when collectors were more accustomed to seeing clear mint marks. Why is the 1967 no mint mark Washington Quarter so valuable? Rarity. The rarity of the 1967 Washington Quarter with no mint mark is the most significant factor contributing to its value. Unlike other more frequently encountered coin errors, the missing mint mark on this specific coin is exceptionally rare. The rarity factor contributes heavily to the value of this coin, with only a handful of known examples. Since error coins are extremely difficult to predict, finding one with a missing mint mark is akin to finding a rare gem. Only a few people are fortunate enough to find such coins, which immediately boosts their value in the numismatic market. Demand from collectors. The demand for rare and unique coins like the 1967 Washington Quarter without a mint mark is high among collectors. Numismatists and coin enthusiasts often seek these types of coins to complete their collections or to add something highly unusual. Error coins are seen as treasures, as they carry historical significance due to their unexpected nature, which is part of their appeal. With demand on the rise, collectors are willing to pay substantial amounts of money to own a piece of history that stands out from the ordinary. In fact, certain buyers are more focused on acquiring error coins than those in perfect condition because of the added value they bring to their collections. Historical significance. The 1967 Washington Quarter comes from an important time in U.S. history, right after the country had stopped producing silver coins and transitioned into producing more copper-nickel alloys. It was also the year that saw major social changes in the United States, including the growing counterculture movement and the heightening of tensions surrounding the Vietnam War. The rarity of a no-mint mark quarter from such a turbulent time adds to the intrigue of the coin and makes it a valuable relic of American history. Estimating the value of the coin. The value of the 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark depends on a few factors: the condition of the coin, the error's rarity, and how many examples are currently in circulation. Generally, a Washington quarter from 1967 without a mint mark can fetch thousands of dollars in the right circumstances. If the coin is in mint or near mint condition, graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services, it could be worth several $1,000s, possibly even over $10,000, depending on the level of demand from collectors. On the other hand, if the coin is in less than ideal condition, like a heavily worn or damaged example,